Hey guys, welcome back to Alaska Guamas, and today we're going to look at the Cutco Fisherman Solutions fillet knives. We picked this one up last year, and you guys have seen me use it in other videos, and it's been fantastic. And I decided this year when we went to the Alaska State Fair again, Cutco was there, we went ahead and picked up another one because, as you saw in the other videos, my son David has been helping with filleting, and I thought it might be nice to have a couple of decent knives. We're going to do these in a pistachio encrusted fashion, and in a later video you're going to see that, so be on the lookout for that. But today I really want to just take a look at these knives. Now, I've seen there have been people that have talked about these knives, and one of the things I really want to point out is that you see this stone on the back. Don't make the mistake I did with this knife. I thought, oh, it's a sharpening stone, and actually, as it turns out, it's not a sharpening stone. It is, but for hooks, not for your knife. I actually used it, messed up the blade on this knife, and I got to get it resharpened, which is why we're going to use the black one today. But what I do want to show you about this knife, and I'm going to use the orange one because it's a little bit brighter, and you can see this handle piece. This is a 6-inch fillet knife as it is. And then if you flip this, this extends out, and there's little markers that says that's 7. You know, somewhere here is 8, and all the way to where it says stopped, there's a little caption that giddy up here. Right there, you get a 9-inch fillet knife that's very flexible and allows you to cut straight across the fish for your filleting. So that's very, very handy with this knife. That's one of the things I do like about it, because sometimes I'm filleting salmon and I've got a 9-inch, or I think it's a 7-inch Dexter, or maybe an 8-inch. I don't know. I don't even know anymore. But I have a Dexter knife and it's long, or you know, we've got an old Rapala that you may have seen, you know, that we picked up at Walmart. It's like a 9-inch blade, and sometimes that's just too long. You don't want to be this far away from a fish that's this big. You know, you don't need that. But with this knife, you can. It's very tricky. I always put the tip in some wood to push it back down, but you can use it with just 6 inches. Now, what I found with these smaller fillets, 6 inches is going to be plenty, right? But with the bigger ones, not so much. And again, I'm not going to use this knife today. I'm going to use this one, because this one is brand new. It is very sharp, and I want to show you just how well this thing fillets. But again, even though 6 inches is fine, I'm going to pull it out to a 7-inch knife just so that I get a little better bend. In fact, I might even go 8. That way I can stay nice and flat when I'm cutting through this, even though 8 may seem excessive. So we're going to take a look here at just how I get in there and fillet this. So I usually start by just making a little slice here that I can get my knife up and under. And then we're just going to bend that flat so that it goes nice and flat, kind of angle it slightly down, and boom, you have a beautiful fillet. Look at that. And this knife really does do a good job at this. Let's get another piece. So again, I'm going to start at the tail end, and I'm going to just kind of cut a little slice there so I can that gives me something to grab on right here and not catch myself. So this is tough. There we go. Just a slight angle down. You don't want to go too far, because what will happen is you'll cut through that skin, and then restarting is just a real pain in the neck. But here you go. You see this thing cuts through very, very well, very easy. Now this fillet is bigger, So here's where we're really going to get the benefit of being able to flex this knife. And I'm going to try and lose as little fish as possible by getting up in here, turning that knife, keeping him flat, pulling that skin back, and you know, you can kind of do like you do with halibut, where you just kind of pull the skin. And as you can see, as much as that's really pretty on this side, actually, let's take a look at this. So, just to see how well this does, I'm gonna come in here and just shave across and get some of that silver skin off. You don't really need to, but we're going to. And there's some bones right here that I'm just gonna cut out for ease of eat. Oof, they are in there. Maybe I'm not. Maybe we're gonna just leave those, and we can pick them out when we eat the fillets, because they go all the way back to here, and that's quite a bit of meat that would be lost. So one more. Let's take a look. Let's see how it does on this guy, and I'm guessing it's going to do amazing, just like it has for the other three. So Cutco is a company that's been around for a very, very, very long time. Well, I think it's been maybe the 50s. I have an uncle that used to work and sell Cutco back in the early 80s, late 70s, something like that. And so my family, my aunts, two of my aunts have Cutco knives that he sold them, that they still have to this day, and they're still very sharp. Okay, so to wrap it up, guys, these fillet knives, I think they're great. You know, they're fantastic. One of the things about Cutco is that they will come out and they will sharpen them. And unlike other blades, what's really nice about this, as you started to see with my orange blade, is these come out, which means you can buy replacements. I think these are $40 at the time that this video is coming out. These are $40. You just replace them in your handle and you're done. You got a new knife. But here's the deal. These are $110 at, you know, right now. These are $110. Is it worth it? Is it just a fillet knife? You know, the truth is, when you've got a honer, you know, and you're honing that while you're filleting fish, you know, if you're not doing it a lot, then maybe it's fine. Maybe, I don't know. It's, you know, $110 seems like a lot of money for a fillet knife. And I bought two of them. You know, so apparently it's worth it for me. But then again, I do a lot of fishing and we do a lot of filleting. I can't tell you, I've probably filleted close to 100 different fish this year, between salmon, cod, halibut, and rockfish. So it's probably worth it. But then again, you know, how many guys out there working charters are using Cutcos? I don't know. I haven't seen anybody else do it. So they're using Dexter, they're using other blades, and they've always got a honing stick with them. So, you know, you decide for yourself whether it's good. Let me show you something else, though. I did forget to show, is that I don't know if you noticed. Let's use this because this was clean. But when you put this in, there is a notch right here where the blade is exposed. And that's there for cutting line when you're out there on the boat. You put it on your hip. Well, actually, if you put it on your hip, I guess it makes it very difficult to pull it off and cut line, right? But if you just have it out there, you can cut your line there. You can also open this up and use your blade to grab the fish by its lip and hold it up while you're messing with the hook or whatever it is you're going to do with it. So, you know, it's a nice case. I think those are some cool features to it. I will be honest with you and tell you I've never used any of them, and I used this blade all year this year. So, you know, is it worth it? Is it worth $110? Obviously, I think so because I have two, but you may not think so. You may think spending $70 or $60 on a Dexter is going to be sufficient for you, and the truth is, it probably is. So if you're just a casual fisherman, I'd say spend a little less money. But if you're out there all the time and you want that guarantee that Cutco gives you, and you want them to come out and sharpen it for you, or more importantly, you want to replace this blade, Cutco's the way to go with it. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Let your friends know, let your mom know that we're here. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you next time.